What does someone do when they get angry about other people smelling bad? They go on a deodorant.
That was it. That smelled awesome.
Hey everybody, welcome to 9 o'clock.
It's late with us.
Get ready for some brick jokes.
Friday, am I right? Yeah. BYOI?
It's 9 o'clock. You ready to laugh?
Good evening, good evening, good evening, and good evening. Welcome to Bring Your Own Improv. We're so glad to have you here on Friday night for our 9 o'clock show. And we're going to have a lot of fun with you. Folks are going to try to make this experience the best we can for you, whether you're watching here on Zoom or out there on YouTube. If you're here in Zoom, right now, if you see a bunch of tiny little squares and it looks like a very unfortunate version of Brady Bunch, it is best for you to change your view. And you're going to do it like this. You're going to go up in the corner. You're going to see a little button that says View. Up in that corner, you're going to change that to speaker view. That's going to give you one big box. You're going to be looking at a big version of me, which is easy because I'm already big. And then you might have a couple of small boxes at the top and kind of see what some people are doing up there. If you're out on YouTube, just simply watch. But while you do, make sure you subscribe and make sure you like and make sure you turn on notification bell to know when we're online. Yay! Okay, moving on from that. I just realized why my internet's slow. It's because my Google Drive is trying to back up. Okay, cool. So moving on from that, exits. Should you need the exit when you're in, if there's an emergency in your home, please make sure you exit and keep yourself safe. Please don't worry about us. We'll be fine. Bathroom. This is very important. If you need the bathroom during the show, please go ahead and use it. Please just do not take us with you because we may see something we don't want to see. Then you become the internet sensation you never wanted to be. So we'd appreciate if you leave that there. The chat feature, a very important part of our show. Whether you're here in the Zoom or out there on YouTube, you can use the chat feature to give us suggestions about the show or just tell what we think. The chat feature is a button down here for Zoom, and then over there it's going to open a little box. In the chat feature, I'd like to know, give me what you'd like to see on YouTube. What's something you search for on YouTube? Go ahead and put that over there in the chat and see if that's working. If you're on YouTube, put out things that you like to do in Zoom. Go ahead and write things you like to do in Zoom out on YouTube. We'll just confuse the entire internet. My name's Daniel. I'm going to be hosting this evening, and I've got a fantastic cast that's ready to perform for you because I've got Tim. Tim is muted.
Hey, hi, I'm muted.
We got Mallory.
Remember to unmute myself this time.
And Ian. BYOI. John.
Thank you for calling Bring Your Own Improv. Please hold while I transfer your joke.
Candace.
Hey, all you cool cats and kittens.
And Meredith.
Don't forget about the puppies, too.
That's right. And of course, we have all of you and a very special, important part of our show. It's the person that lets you in and talks. It's Kat, who's our last show. Oh, give me a hug. You can do this. Sign language for applause. You can go.
Shucks.
She's been working for us quite a long time, running the door. She used to be one of the youth collective members. Very, very wonderfully talented.
And I was dragged to a lot of the shows by my dad when it was his weekend.
Yeah, well, I was trying to give you credit without having to bring up your dad. Your dad is awesome too, but you are awesome separate from your dad.
That's true.
Yes, I know. You've got a great job for us tonight. You're going to help us get in our featured audience member. Who is it, Kat?
Kristen.
Kristen
And her kitty ears.
Kristen and her kitty ears it is. So somebody's going to unmute Kristen for us. Kristen, are you there?
I'm here.
Hi.
Hi, Auntie.
Hi, Mallory.
It's always good to have regulars, even when you're related to them. All right, so you already know Mallory. Mallory, do you want to do the interview or do you want to step out from the interview?
I'd like to step out so nobody thinks this is a plant because I already know a lot about her and I'm scared to the answers for the questions I have written down.
Duly noted. So instead of having very disturbing answers or questions that Mallory was going to ask, whose questions will we ask? Which one of our
I
team?
can.
Candace, you got it. All right,
Yeah.
Tim and Candace are going to ask you some questions, and that's going to set us up for our first game. So away they go.
Hey, Kristen, how you doing? How's your week been?
It's been doable.
All right. I like that. It's tomorrow your day off.
Yes.
Awesome. So you get your whole routine done for the morning. You're ready to head out. What is the first thing that you're probably going to do?
After I leave my house?
Start of your day. Saturday, sunny, 75.
I'm going to Dunkin'.
Yeah, awesome. Going to Dunkin's.
What is your favorite food at Dunkin'?
Plain bagel. Toasted, plain cream cheese.
Nice.
I like it. That's a
What?
standard you can get at different places. That's pretty important. So
Mhm.
what happens if there is no plain bagel?
I whine.
Awesome. Who do you talk to? Is it just the cashier, the manager, or wait until the bagels get delivered? What's your next plan?
Well, I'd cry to my regular girls who wait on me. And then I'd probably just get a box of munchkins and eat them out of guilt.
That
Oh.
is a good plan. That is a good plan.
If you could describe your regular Dunkin' person, that's the scientific name for a Dunkin' person is Dunkin' person. If you could describe them with one word, what would it be?
Sassy.
Sassy. Nice.
I like it. Okay, so you've been to Dunkin's. You got your Saturday all planned ahead. How do you end your day on after starting at Dunkin's and going on?
How do I end my day?
Yeah, how would you say is a typical Saturday? Is like, okay, had a good day. I'm ready to turn in. How would you end your day?
Well, I mean, my husband's not home, so I'd masturbate.
Okay, yeah, that's probably a good recreational activity. What else would be?
Look at now you know. And now you all know why I didn't want to interview my aunt.
That's probably a good recreational activity. But if we're at the 7 o'clock show and we need to get a little creative, what else would you enjoy doing?
What else?
Yeah.
Oh, besides that?
Yeah.
I
mean, that probably is a great way to fill up your time, but sometimes I'll just, try something else.
Well, I mean, before bed, I'd probably put on like a face mask, relax.
That's cool. That's awesome. That's a good way to chill out too, especially if you're tired from a day's worth of doing whatever and you're like, I got no, I'm sore and all that other stuff. Yeah. So what, Candace, do you have any questions?
All right. So I'm a little nervous to ask questions now. I understand why Mallory was nervous, and now I'm regretting all of my life decisions. All right. So if you could go anywhere on vacation, money, no object, where would you not go?
Where would I not go? I'm not going to New York.
Okay. The apples are too big.
Well, it's kind of probably boring right now anyways. So Sandy, who works, she's a regular person at Dunkies, if you know. You've cried to her and she goes, I have this fantastic new food made from all the wonderful people at Dunkies. What would that food be for you?
Oh my God. Wonderful food.
Mhm.
Edible Rice Krispie treats.
All right, that's awesome. Yeah, because you don't want a Rice Krispie treat that's inedible.
No, I want the edible kind, like with pot.
Yeah. Like, because you serve it in a pot instead of a plate. That'd be a really big Rice Krispie treat. That's a great idea. Yeah. All right.
Daniel, are you just giving up?
I can keep going with this. I'm.
I think Mallory has left the chat.
Mallory has
All right.
exited the room.
I have a very important question. This is my standard question. I don't know if you've ever seen me on stage in Warwick, but this is kind of my signature question. If you could have any animal as a pet or any combination of animals, what would you have and why? I don't mean to put you on the spot. This is a very important question.
Now I'm looking at my dog now, trying to figure out if I'd want any part of him, but
Is he
I
looking back?
I want a monkey kangaroo.
Oh, that is an interesting combo.
Yeah, that's a lot of jump. And then sometimes the kangaroos are like super muscular arms. You're like, dude, which gym did you go to, bro?
All right. Well, I was surprised it was not a cat and a beaver. So, folks, we're going to move on here with our show. You've clearly set the tone for us, and we know where we're going. So we're going to play a game called Day in the Life, in which we're going to play out a day in your life. This should be interesting. And the only way to make this incredibly uncomfortable is that Mallory is going to play you. So in order to get this day started, we need to start where you start your day, at Dunkin' Donuts, where when they've run out of plain bagels, they just serve wine, you know, like a good Merlot or Pinot Grigio. Dunkin's really kicked up their game to bring in the customers. So that's where that sassy waitress in you decided that you needed to talk about your life and your life's issues over a few glasses of apple cinnamon and Boston cream wine. So let's have Mallory and Meredith start this off.
So you don't have any plain bagels with plain cream cheese?
No, what's it to ya?
Well, do you at least have like a good Pinot Grigio or good like wine?
Oh, girl, come on. You know I got some good Pinot Grigio up in here. Come on. 16 ounces, 24 ounces, 32 ounces.
32 ounces. It's going to be a long day.
Sure thing, honey. Sure thing. Give me a hot second. I'm making it for you right now. Just give me one more minute, okay? I'm still pulling. Okay, here you go.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. You know, it's just going to be really
Okay, that's going to be $12.50.
Oh,
Don't forget
yeah.
the tip.
Of course. Here's $12.50 and I'll throw like $7 in the change jar. Thank you for the wine.
Oh, yeah. Sure thing, Doll. Have a great day.
Now, as Kristen, you actually started to walk out of there completely trashed out of your mind, as most people do from Dunkin' Donuts. You actually met a dealer outside, and he had a whole array of cereal edibles, but surprisingly, none of them were Rice Krispie treats. They were all just very different drugged up cereals. And you know, that Captain Crunch was Ian.
Hey, it's my favorite person ever.
Hey, good to see you again.
So we have my good friends Snap, Crackle, and Pop today.
I don't know if I got exactly what you're looking for, but I could get your little apple jacked up if you know what I mean. A little Fruit Loopy, huh?
Maybe with some Reese's Puffs. Maybe not. I don't know. I've had like 32 ounces.
Hey, if you're really looking for something to really get you boosted, how about a little Cocoa Krispies, huh? Cocoa Krispies.
You know, this might be a little strong.
This is cereal you can snort.
Yeah, you know, that might actually not be bad. How much is that?
Well, you know, since you're one of my regulars, I'll give you a little bit of a discount.
And this is why you're my favorite.
Now, the trouble is when you do that much Cocoa Krispies is you end up in New York and you're not sure why. You just wake up and there you are stuck in New York and you're clearly out of money between the Dunkin' Donuts undercharging for the wine and the dealer giving you the discount that was about the price of a medium latte. So as you woke up in New York, you were with actually one of your dearest friends, and we'll find out what that, actually your dearest friend was the sassy girl from Dunkin' Donuts. And you are both waking up there in New York City. Yeah, let's see what's happened in New York as you come to.
Wait, where the fuck am I?
I swear to God, why are you yelling?
Yeah.
Shut your face. I cannot even right now.
The lights.
Oh my God. You know what? No, let's just. Siri, where the fuck am I? She's out now working, the dumb bitch.
Ugh, fucking phones. Looks like there's a Burger King, a Taco Bell, a McDonald's.
My God. That's the Statue of Liberty. We're in fucking New York?
How did we get to New York?
I don't know. I was riding on the same place that you were. That same ride that we always like to ride.
Yeah.
But seriously, New York?
Yeah, not really a fan of New York. How are we should probably figure out a way to get back.
Now, while
Hold
you were
on.
figuring out a way to get back, 3 friends of yours back in your bedroom were very confused because normally they'd spend a lot of time with you at this type of an evening. And those three friends played by Candace, John, and Tim, well, Candace obviously was a pickled flavored deer. Tim was a silver bullet, and John was a small rabbit. Well, started small. And the 3 of them were talking about how much they missed you, that silver bullet, that pickled flavored deer, and that's not so small rabbit.
Oh, I wish she was here. Oh my God. I miss her so much.
I missed her cell phone because Annette told me she was there. Wah, wah.
I just feel useless because like the rabbit's foot gets you lucky, you know. And I'm ready. We're all set here, folks.
Wah, wah.
This is the most depressing day ever. Do you remember that time? She almost broke me that time.
Don't cry. At least you got fresh batteries, you know?
Oh, that's true. I almost forgot. Oh.
And don't feel bad. It wasn't your fault. She and her husband had a fight that day.
Oh,
I'm
that's
so worn, so tired. Wah, wah.
It's so comforting to know it wasn't my fault. Oh, when do you think she'll get here?
And it was at that moment that you burst through your door and did your best Sally from When Harry Met Sally impersonation.
I'm back. I don't know when Harry met Sally.
Thankfully, she has no idea what that reference was. And when she looks it up later, she'll realize how she did that so wrong and saved your whole family from many years of therapy. And scene.
Oh no, I'm going to therapy after this show.
We'll go even further after you've seen that scene. Folks,
I can recommend my therapist. You're welcome.
Thanks, Kat.
Folks, we're going to be here every single Friday night, and part of doing that, well, apparently now well into 2021, and part of doing that is making sure we get support from you. First off, we want to thank Carrie Ann and Melissa for your donations. We really appreciate that. If you're able to donate, you can do it 2 great ways. One of the best ways here is using our Venmo account for Bring Your Own Improv, or you can use the PayPal link if you're doing it through the internet, or if you've forgotten that later on, you can go on our website, click the donate button, and we appreciate all those donations. They really help us out in continuing to do this. We just finished our 50th show last week. Maybe we'll hit our 100th show. Who knows? It's we'll see what the buzz is, and we'll see how many other references and bad puns we do through the rest of the night. Hey, you know what? The rabbit can be a real thumper. So moving on through that, we're going to move on to the next game we like to play called Fortunately, Unfortunately. This is a game in which one person's going to tell the fortunate part of the story, the other person's going to tell the unfortunate part of the story. We're going to see that story acted out in between. So first off, is there anybody who'd like to add either a fortunately or unfortunately element to story and force Ian and Mallory to act out that story? Not seeing anyone, I'm going to grab Meredith. And Ian, what's something we haven't grabbed from the board yet, though, because we covered a lot?
Face mask.
Face mask. You're right. I'd actually like to see what happens if Mallory and Ian go to the spa. So, Meredith, do you want fortunately or unfortunately?
You know what? I'm going to try unfortunately today. I'm feeling good.
All right.
Feeling good.
So we got Meredith and Tim, who are basically the most innocent people on the planet, are going to go ahead and see if they can tell this story at this time. Okay, let's see this and take it away, Tim, with fortunately.
Fortunately, a couple went to the spa to get their bits rejuvenated.
Oh, I'm so looking forward to having this time with you.
Unfortunately, Heather hated Bartholomew.
Ugh, I would have loved to come to the spa, but really, Bartholomew, we had to book at the same time.
Fortunately, Bartholomew happened to have an extra gift certificate in his back pocket.
Wait, what's that? You have another gift certificate? That's not fair.
Unfortunately, Bartholomew was hoping to surprise Heather with it.
Yeah, it's actually it's for the checking girl over there.
Fortunately, the checking girl knew what was up and made sure that Heather was taken care of.
So you know what to do. We really want a happy ending out of this.
Unfortunately, Heather wanted a sad ending.
This is just, there's too many people, and they're all gonna try and touch me, and it's just,
Fortunately, some of the staff were vibing with Heather, and they also wanted to take care of Heather's needs too.
Look, my people over there, just sitting with headphones, just ignoring the world and all of the trauma. Thanks, guys.
Unfortunately, Bartholomew was also getting a sad ending.
The certificate is hardly a gift at this point.
Fortunately, that gift certificate comes with a $25 gift certificate to Burger King as well.
Hey, if I can't get the happy ending I want, maybe I'll just get a happy meal.
And scene. All right. Well, that was a very fortunate or unfortunate story, depending on how you want to play it out. All right, folks, moving on. If you are having a night in which your husband isn't home, we don't know what's going on, but there may be a need for counseling or more batteries. Depends on how you handle counseling. So I'd like to actually play a game called Marriage Counselor, where Candace and someone else are going to be having marital problems. And John, as the marriage counselor, because he's so old and wise and has such great knowledge of the world, is going to be having to guess what their problems are and what their combined problem is. So first, we're going to say bye, John. Bye. He's going to go back into the green room. Don't worry, we'll pick something you know. No, we're not. Okay. So with him being gone, we need first somebody who'd like to be married to Candace. Does anybody like to be married to Candace? Not seeing any jump. Oh, Sean. Sean loves guessing games. Sean, you're going to be married to Candace. So Sean, you jump so fast at that, we might see that you might have some marital problems as well. We'll see. All right. Cool. So I need to get some issues for marriage. So first off, please give me different types of bagels. I'd like to see in the chat different types of bagels that you might be interested in. While you're doing that, let's see. Can I have places you don't want to visit? Places you just do not want to visit. They can be a city or state, but give me actually one place that has a register. a place that has a register that you do not want to visit. And let's see, I have a lot of things in here that I was looking at. You know what? I like different occupations. And you know what? Genderized occupations that should not be genderized. So a job that is either for a man or a woman that does not have to be for a man or a woman. It is a shame that those are a genderized job. All right. So looking up here. Okay. I'm seeing some good stuff here. So Candace,
Yes.
you treat everything like you work at the DMV. Everything you do in your life is as if you're working at the DMV.
Okay.
All right. I'm seeing multi-grade here. So Sean, you think everything should be natural. Anything and everything in the world has to be natural. From your deodorant to your motor vehicle, it better be natural.
I got it.
Cool. And your issue that you're going to have together is that you are both in love with an electrified nurse, because I want to see how long this can go.
What the?
Cool. This should take a while. So Candace, what is your issue?
I treat everything as if I work at the DMV.
Cool. And Sean, what's your issue?
Everything needs to be natural, man.
Yeah, you're
Just
right.
natural.
And the issue that you're both having?
Both
We're
in
in
love
love
with
with
an
an
electrified nurse.
Great. This should be no problem, right, folks? You know we don't cheat here because we make it far too impossible to do. While Kat goes and gets John, first thing is if you know that they are getting close, what they're going to do is they're going to give the thumbs up. So everybody give the thumbs up. That means they're getting close, because if not, John's going to be in trouble. Candace is already freaking out. And if they get it, give a big applause, because Candace wants to cry. More Candace there. All right, folks. Let's see if we have that. Don't worry, folks. Anything written in the chat will not be seen by him when he comes in. Chat does not punch when they're in, only after they've entered. John, are you there?
I sure am.
Fantastic. Your first appointment of the day is here. It's a 9 o'clock appointment, but I'm pretty sure the rest of your day is booked. So good luck with this particular couple.
Absolutely. Thank you. Welcome to Intimacy is Us. Tell me, what is going on? How can I help you today?
Look, did you fill out the form or did you not fill out the form?
Are you asking me?
I don't understand what is so difficult to understand. Do you have all of you? Did you look at the list? Did you look at the list?
I did briefly. I saw that what you had submitted beforehand.
You see what I'm dealing with, man? The vibes, man. I'm just not feeling these vibes, man.
I am seeing quite a bit of dichotomy between.
There's no break from work, you know? It's got to flow better with it. It just doesn't flow.
Look, it isn't my fault that you decided to move to a place that only has one piece of mail. All right, I need at least two.
I mean, I feel like communication then is an issue here. I feel like you're trying to get to each other by mail and it just isn't working due to postal limitations.
It's not so much mail, man. It's just the work. It's the work, man. She just can't leave it alone.
The work is, and I will say workaholism is a real epidemic. And even I'm guilty of it. Being so committed to your job is a real thing that afflicts many people.
It's very
She was asking me for a form about what food I can't eat. I just like things to grow,
I just can't deal with this guy. Okay. So honestly, I know it's a thing that I have to deal with. All right. But I just would like to know if you could just pass me along your passport for a second, because I just need to do it. I just need to double check something real quick. It's on the list that I sent.
Right.
You could just Google it. I don't understand what's so difficult with you people. All you have to do is look at the list. I go to the coffee shop. They haven't looked at the list. I go to the hair salon. They also haven't looked at the list. The list is online. You just have to look it up. Be prepared. Preparation and planning.
I'm sorry, I'm just reviewing your form. Was your name Angie? Or maybe not, sorry. I'm sorry, I have a bit of decluttering to do in terms of my form.
You're not registering it. You're not registering what's going on. You just...
I know, I get it. There are a lot of services offered. It might get confusing, but again, there's a list, there's a checklist of all the things that you need to put together in order to get the different services.
Maybe they don't need their license. Maybe they just wanted it to come to them.
I mean, delivery is a big...
We can't just deliver legal identification. It doesn't work like that. I don't know how many times I have to explain it. If you are moving to a new location or going to a new establishment, you need to fill out the forms, all right? Book an appointment.
Absolutely. Like, especially if you're moving overseas, like there's a lot of, if you're moving to another state in the country, like there's a lot of, if you're moving to another city even, there's a lot of things you need to do. A lot of
Right. You see where I'm coming from. You have to make a list of all the things that you need. You cannot just keep going through life willy-nilly, flying by the seat of your pants. I'm not your mother. You have to look this stuff up on your own,
I just don't see a reason to carry my license, my social security card, electricity bill with me. I don't know why I need all these things with me all the time.
What are you driving at?
It's, I feel like there's a real imbalance, and I feel like the two of you can really find a middle ground. Candace, I feel like maybe you could ease up a bit on the forms and the proof of identification. And like you're like I-9s, I know.
She's stuck at work, man. She is stuck at work.
I think I just don't understand why it's so difficult to, I got boundaries, there are certain permits that I have to, follow through with,
Yes, I know that the DMV has a lot of their own. The DMV has a lot. I myself am fully aware that the DMV has a lot of policies and procedures that need to be followed, and you need to go down that list and
right. Exactly. But there's also, you also have to not just think about that, yes, keep that in your mind, but it's not just limited to that,
That way. She's not taking consideration of my feelings. She's got to treat it very differently.
Yeah, I mean, hospitals too have like forms and stuff you need to, the DMV has
We're gonna
Working at-
stay with the DMV. We got that part of my problem, all right? I think we're complaining. It's a more, I request lists at I wanted to go get coffee the other day, and she didn't have her social security number. It's just not cool.
She just can't drop it, man. That's what you're not getting. She can't drop it.
I mean,
I treat everyone equally. You might say everything also equally.
I know you do so what I'm hearing is that you're doing checks and balances at the DMV. You work at the DMV. You do everything at the DMV.
It's very similar. There's just one word missing right in that sentence.
You are everything in the DMV.
I have to say, I treat everybody and everything equally.
Being the DMV must be so hard.
I know this. Yeah, it's very difficult. I understand, it's very difficult when I go anywhere out in public and I'm asking people for their identification. If they filled out their form, I can understand. Not the whole world works like this. But I treat everyone equally.
Like
And
that word,
I'm sure that's a big part of your job, and you kind of take your job with you, and you as a DMV employee are going out and working everywhere at every DMV, asking everybody, you're out there.
It's just every situation, man.
You're always asking everybody for forms and of identification and ID for literally every reason, and that can be problematic.
That was a very long-winded way to say exactly what the issue is.
You require identification from everybody.
All right. All right. You're really funny. All right. So it's just I tend to, I know I do this in all sorts of places. I do happen to work at a specific place. If you just say how I treat everything.
You treat everything at the DMV equally.
You're so close.
Doctor, I was just wondering if you were able to get through. I don't know if she made you take a number, but she made me take a number when she came in the office to sign in, and then she asked me for my identification. And I heard she did that to the parking attendant outside, and I heard she did that to the cop that pulled her over, and I heard she did that at home to her own child. Oh, can you imagine how frustrating that be? Oh, if there's only way to describe that.
Giving tickets and numbers.
I feel like you're walking away maybe from the thing you've already said 6 times, where I think like she told you a sentence and said you had to change one word.
Yeah.
I feel like you're moving away from 3 letters that you should never move away from. I'm just going to go back and make sure I have the right ID and social security number. So I'll be ready for her.
Okay. Thank you. He gets it. I had to ask, I made my cat, sign. I, put the paw print on the signature line. I asked the florist, making sure that they had their 2 pieces of mail. I
Every
even did it when I was
situation
in the
seems
fast
like
food
work.
party.
Every situation seems like work, man. Every situation.
At the DMV.
I do an action, all right? I treat everyone equally.
You treat everyone equally. You treat you treat everyone at the DMV equally because they deserve it. And
All right, it's not just people at the DMV, all right? It is, I treat everyone equally everywhere.
Everything, man.
It's just a combination.
Just put it all together now.
you treat everyone like they're at the DMV. You treat everyone like they're at the DMV?
I can't help it.
You treat everyone like they're at the DMV? Okay, so I can see how that...
Right, man. It's just not right.
No, it's
Things
not.
gotta
I
come
wholeheartedly, I
down.
know I'm supposed to be a non-biased party here, but I completely agree with you. That could cause a lot of problems.
It does cause a lot of problems because, you know, I am all about the forms. I am all ready to go. And he sits there and he's telling me that it's not sustainable.
I was outside today, man. I was just sitting there, right? And I was looking at the sun and the stars, but way too wearing out at the same time. But I just like the flow of things. You know, I can't just deal. I can't deal with all these forms, man.
I mean,
I like the way things just grow, you know? Just watching those things grow.
Do you enjoy grass? I mean, like, you know,
Wheatgrass.
gardening.
I drink that every morning. I take a shot of that. That's very good for you.
I just can't handle it. You know, I have to deal with all of these paper forms. He's always telling me that, you know, you got to save the trees, right? They're very important. He wants everything to be like sustainable, all of this stuff. Oh my God, he's insufferable.
If she just trusted the mushrooms that I found, man, these mushrooms taught me things, man, because they're so naturally grown. You know what I mean?
Well, I think there's a balance that can be found.
I found the inner peace. You know what I mean?
You found mushrooms.
No. But I'm saying that's just what I like. It's because I trust those things because it flows. It's organic, man. And everything has to be organic. It can't be prefabricated like in a DMV. You know what I'm saying, man?
Yeah, organic is definitely the way to go. And, you know, all natural, organic, holistic, vegetarians.
Oh, you got ahead of yourself there. Just take it back a few notches here. I swear, like I am with my DMV behavior, he is with this fascination. Here you go.
He needs everything to be organic. I mean, I get.
There is a synonym for that.
It's
very similar.
He needs everything to be natural. He needs everything to be natural. So I'm okay. So you treat everyone like they're at the DMV, and he wants everything to be natural. I feel like there's a balance that can be found. Like maybe, Candace, you could try going paperless and electronic. But, you know, Sean, there is policies and procedures for how we do certain things because they just require.
Right.
That's only part of the problem, man.
And now we have to do our joint problem. You're not done.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
Oh.
it's a tough one. It's a very shocking situation. Most people would have a hard time with it.
It's a shocking situation.
Yeah, this sparks a lot of issues.
Paying the electricity bill is.
We've been trying the shuffle thing, but I don't think it's working.
It's just one day I went in and I needed a phlebotomist and she was right there and I was just smitten.
And we're into the open things, man. We're very natural over here, right? So we're into the open kind of things. But now she's just shocked me to the point I don't know where to go.
And we do not like to share.
No, shock
No, we
therapy
don't.
is really not a fun thing to do.
It's the lady, man. It's her. It's the other one.
Could this be a love triangle that I'm seeing here? Someone fell in love maybe with someone they shouldn't have. They fell in love with a doctor.
You're very, very, very close. I mean, she is the opposite of Ratchet.
Of Ratchet?
Yeah.
I feel like we've taken a turn.
She's the most professional doctor ever.
No, what she does, she takes a lot of the vital signs. Though a part of it is that, she fills out all of those little things before the doctor gets there. She fills out forms, and I really dig that, obviously.
And I will
She has
say,
this electric personality, man. Her personality. Oh.
I will say what the physician's assistants do are very important and underrated. The secretaries.
Find the most obscure references for things.
I mean, she was at the ER, man. When did you talk to the secretary at the ER?
Secretaries do not. I didn't realize secretaries take like your vital signs and things like that.
They don't. I saw that once on a TV show, so totally disregard that. It was a total dramatization. But like nurses at the ER, and you fell in love with this nurse. Nurses, what they do are like, nurses are so hot. Are you kidding me?
Right? It was so shocking to me. It was so shocking.
A real lightning rod. That one.
And I'm sure, electrocuting you was shocking, and electrocuting you was all part of her process. She was trying to make you fall in love with her.
You might say that she was
magnetic, polarizing.
How do you go on one train of thought and go to a completely different train of thought?
Sorry, I booked the wrong tickets.
I'm not sure how you are conducting yourself in such a manner.
I think you got your wires crossed, man.
I mean, the nurse, she shocked you.
Right. If she was to shock me, that would mean that she was
shocking, electrifying. She was quite electrifying, and you just fell.
Combine it all together.
You fell in love with an electrifying nurse. And I can see how that would drive a wedge between you.
So, doctor, since she clearly likes forms filled out, could you just fill out the form with their problems? Because United Blue Cross really needs to make sure that they get everything done.
Absolutely. So tell them we got a case of treating everyone like they're at the DMV and needing everything to be natural.
Right.
And they came to see me because one of them fell in love with an
One of them?
electrifying nurse.
One of them?
They both fell in love with an electrifying nurse.
Electrified, but yes, there you go. And scene. So John's brain hurts, and we've gone through about an hour and 40-minute show, so that's fun. Folks, we're going to move on now, because while that was fun, it wasn't the world's worst. Instead, we're going to find out what the world's worst is in a game we like to call World's Worst, where we'll probably hear the most offensive things in the world, or they'll PG the whole fucking thing. Who knows? So in the game World's Worst, it is a line game where you only need to go ahead and step forward when you actually have a punchline to go with it, in which everything should start with, if it's the world's worst duck, it's the duck that won't pay the bill. We'll find out which one those are, but probably, funny. So first off, do we have anybody who'd like to play? I see Amy, one of our cast members, has night off and apparently has been outcast, wants to play. Corey looks like he wants to play.
Absolutely.
Right. So
Don't worry, Kat. We all love you.
Okay, I'm not sure why Kat is worried, but I'll get back to that later. So folks, we're going to need some things for World Wars. First, Ian, what are some things on the board that we haven't used yet?
Monkey, kangaroo,
I feel
masturbate.
like the world's worst kangaroo is way too set on this year, so I'm going to stay away from that. But we might as well go with some. So folks, over here down in the corner, let's go ahead and throw some things in there. Can I get occupations that you wanted to be as a child and occupations that as an adult you wish you made more money doing? While we're there as well, can I get things you find in drawers you forgot about in the fridge? And finally, historical figures that were from anywhere outside of the United States of America. Okay. So go ahead and drop those in. All right, folks, remember, in order to play, what you're going to do is you're going to say me. You're going to keep the hand up so I can see it. And when I call on you, you can go ahead and deliver your joke. Kristen, yeah, there's a line. All right, so folks, can I get the world's worst firefighter?
Wow, this shows. It's just a picture.
Meredith.
World's worst firefighter.
Me?
Candace.
Do you smell something?
Me.
Tim.
See if it lights on fire.
Me.
Hey,
Amy.
I brought my own s'mores.
me.
Ian.
Do you like my trusty hose?
Hey,
So we'll go to world's worst graphic designer.
Me?
Candace.
Okay, if I make the font white on a white background, that makes sense.
Me.
Ian.
Man, I'm not going to use this computer. I'm looking for something all natural.
Me?
Meredith.
I think papyrus would be a good font here.
hey,
Tell that to Avatar. Corey.
we need to work on a better font than this. This font is the worst.
Me.
Right. Mallory.
Okay, hear me out, guys. Everything in rainbow Comic Sans.
Me.
Me.
Terrible. Tim.
Well, this looks okay to me. I think, yeah, it's fine.
All right. World's worst king.
Me.
Ian.
Welcome to my show tonight. I am now ready to interview some people that you didn't really care about.
Hey,
Corey.
I would like to pass my crown to somebody else who has not been loyal.
Me?
Me.
Is Kat raising her hand? Mallory. Meredith.
All right, I'm gonna move one space forward, and one space back, and one space forward, one space back.
Amy. Kat, do you have a joke? Because you're not muted. Go ahead.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, technically, we're all crazy, but you could just chalk it up to the syphilis.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
Corey seems to be doing his impression of Sally from When Harry Met Sally. Tim.
It's good to be the king.
All right, everybody still got their wives, so that's fun. Can I get famous last words of an explorer?
Me.
Candace.
Oh, shit.
Me.
Meredith.
All right, I just need you to scooch down just a little bit. You'll feel a little cold here, and
Oh, dear God. No, I'm afraid I want to go any further. Since I see zucchini, world's worst eggplant.
Hey,
Oh, God, Corey.
eggplants. Almost as big as my dick.
Can we get
Hey.
off the microscopic topic?
And scene. All right, folks. Well,
Mallory, I love you forever and always.
I'll miss you, Kat.
that was a thing that happened. All right, folks, we're going to go to something much more childish, a game of alphabet. A game of alphabet works like this. We're going to have a scene, and as the scene goes on, the characters must progress with the letters of the alphabet. So if A, they must begin their sentence with the letter A, and then B, they must begin the sentence with the letter B, and so on and so forth until they have moved their way through the alphabet, or if they've made a mistake, or they don't move the scene along forward, or they're just saying words and sentences that don't help anybody else, then we're going to have to cut them from the scene. So I got Lori, Corey, and Sarah in this. So Corey, I'm gonna put you in the same place because I already got your name there. And we had Lori and Sarah. So, wait, one, I gotta draw a line so I know where the heck you go. All right. Do we have those people unmuted? We good? Sarah, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I haven't spoken all day.
Corey, you there? And Lori, you there? All
Yeah.
right. Cool. So it's going to go Tim, Mallory, then Corey, Ian, then Lori, John, then Sarah, Candace, and Meredith. I'm going to go back to stuff we already have in here because there's such great things in here. I would actually like to start this scene on Sesame Street. So pick your favorite Sesame Street characters because they'll be making their way in there. Tim and Mallory, you have just found yourselves on Sesame Street. We'll keep it nice and easy. We'll start with the letter A.
Always been a fan of this place. I'm so happy to be here.
Beautiful. The buildings are just beautiful.
Courageous this architect was to create all of these sorts of buildings.
Don't look now, but I think I see someone.
Everybody sees someone here.
Frankly, I'm surprised we haven't seen more Muppets.
Great thinking. I was expecting a couple more, actually.
Hey, they look familiar.
So they keep referring to people who aren't there. So clearly they don't want to be part of that. So I'll kick the two of them out. And Corey and Ian are two of the Muppets. Let's see how this goes. And they start with the letter M.
My favorite Muppet is Kermit.
No, you're my favorite Muppet.
Oh yeah, that's a very nice thing to say, man.
Please, let's not worry about those other guys when they're not here.
Quite so. We don't want that.
Right. So now that the tourists have left, we have the street to ourselves.
Sweet. I love that.
All right, that doesn't move the story at all. You're just complimenting him on what he said. Sorry, Corey, you're out of there. Ian now runs into Lori. More Muppets galore. God, what Muppets will we see now? Let's start with N for now.
Now, if we go down the street, maybe we'll see all the Muppets.
Oak trees are my favorite things that grow here.
People, damn.
Oh, so close. Well, luckily, Ian is a Muppet, and he will run into John that's a Muppet. Hopefully, people will make themselves Muppets. And there's a U in Muppet.
Ultimately, I'm going to find a real friend.
Vanity is amazing. You don't need any friends.
Well, that's no way to look at life.
Xylophones make everything better.
You have a funny way of looking at things.
Zero tolerance policies are what I have for
Your
judging.
Sesame Street is obviously trying to get too much equity and inclusion going on. Let's get rid of them for now. So maybe when it comes to Ian and Sarah, there will be some sort of creative Muppet. Start with an H in hand.
Hey, I've been looking all over for you.
I'm so glad you found me.
Just one question. How did you get past the security?
Key in my pocket gets through all the doors.
Look, that's nice to hear, but next time maybe you should ask before coming over.
Maybe that would be wise, but I love to make friends.
No, I understand that, but we also need our space and maybe more time to prepare for guests.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind next time.
Perfect. Well, we're glad to have you here now that you are.
Quite so. It's really lovely that we're finally here together.
Yeah, Ian's dropped his Muppet. It went away. Clearly, the hand is not powerful enough. So Sarah meets a true Muppet. We'll start with G for garbage can.
Garbage is really nice.
Hello again. How can I help you?
I am very surprised that you have no idea who I am.
Just as I would have suspected.
Knowing is half the battle.
Oh, Sarah's stumped. So let's see that final scene between Candace's Muppet and Meredith's Muppet that makes this whole thing tie together here on Sesame Street. You know what? Let's just see if we can give them a full 26 on the letter A.
Are you going to eat that?
But, I could have sworn that there was going to be enough for two.
Can't you see that I eat enough for five?
Don't you know I just don't judge?
Everybody knows that.
Francis, we don't judge here on this friendly neighborhood.
Great place to live, I agree, but maybe we should try branching out.
Homeowners might be fun to meet. We can go to our neighbors.
I am going to make a nice pie. What do you think?
Jello pie might be the best option for us.
Knowledge is power. I have a recipe for that.
Let me see the recipe. I'm excited.
Methinks it's in my recipe box. Let me go grab it.
No, not that recipe box.
Oh, calm down.
Please, no, don't open that. It's not good.
Queen, I am the queen of recipe boxes. I don't understand.
Really? You don't want to open it? There's scary things in
panic. Just get me the mixing bowls.
Tell me, you'll be really safe. Here's your mixing bowl.
Ultimately, we just need to put the ingredients together and that'll be fine.
Very scared. I'm so very, very scared.
Well, you just have to take a deep breath in and a deep breath out.
X-rays. I need that X-ray vision on this because I want to know what's in there, but I don't want to know what happens when you open the box.
You are being ridiculous. Just open the box.
Sound!
And scene. We got all 26 letters. The following thing was brought to you by the letter X because anybody on Sesame Street is probably a xenophobe. All right, folks, we've come to our game called Sing It. The way this game's going to work is that Meredith and Tim will be doing a scene with possibly one of you. And during that scene, if I yell out Sing It, the last person who spoke is going to have to go ahead and sing the response to that particular thing that they just said. The nice thing about it is the song could be set for any tune. It doesn't need to be like a amazing song you create. You know, if Twinkle Twinkle Little Star works for you for a song, then that's what you're gonna have. All right, so if there's anybody that wants to volunteer, Traps 4 days. Not sure if I see any. Oh, moving up there, Corey. Corey likes to play this game. We'll go ahead and unmute Corey. All right. So, Meredith, Tim, Corey, we're going to start this scene off. And once again, I'm going to scroll back up because there have been so many amazing suggestions tonight. You know what? Oh, Kill Me is something that Corey wrote at some point this evening. So this scene is about 3 murderers all hanging out together at a bar one night. So let's go ahead and see about this scene. 3 murderers all hanging out at a bar one night.
So the last guy I had to deal with this morning, it was such a long job.
Oh man, it does. It really does suck because I don't like people trying to kill each other. It's not funny.
Sing it.
Can you think of it's not funny? I don't think it's not even funny. Who knows about funny stuff?
Well, that's what my mother was saying to me. Like, I probably should just get into mortuary services or something.
My mother, she told me maybe I should decide on a different career path too.
Sing it.
My mother, she told me I should choose another career 'cause it's not about the family. She said that murder is not so nice. I should be a circus clown. Maybe I could make them laugh, but I find murder to be so funny, and I hope that we could make some money from murder.
To be honest, the mafia is just not what it used to be back in the day.
Oh, seriously, sing it.
The mafia is not what it used to be back in the day. Back in the day, the mafia is not used to be what it was back in the day, and everyone's getting whacked.
I remember one time I was whacking something else.
Oh,
Yeah,
sing it.
right.
Cause I'm on the edge of whacking. And I'm hoping to get my stuff out of my penis. Maybe. I'm not sure about my anatomy.
That's why you spent 15 minutes.
Oh, God.
Please.
Well, We've learned what happens when Adele becomes a smoker. Oh, folks, we've come to it. We've got to come to our last game of the night. I do want to say big thanks to our fam, Kristen, for your very generous donation. If you want to make a donation, once again, those two things right there. Kristen, thank you very much so much. Not only are you a fam, but you're helping support us. You're wonderful. We love you. Guys, right at the last game of the night, it's going to be a game called Last Line, First Line. So this is a game in which each one of these groups is going to be given a subject from something from this evening. And at any point they can say clap and they can jump in and play. Quick question. Hey, Kat, do you want to play?
What was it again? What game?
Did you want to play?
Sure.
All right, fantastic. Sorry, Tim, you're just first on the list. I'll knock you out of there. Mallory and Kat, you're a team. You're team one. Ian and John, you're team two. Candace and Meredith, you're team three. Ian, what are things that I did not touch?
Still haven't touched monkey or kangaroo, and crying.
Okay. And Kristen, what characters do you want to see more of this evening, or was there a scene you wanted to know more about?
Ugh. I think they've done, I'm going to leave it up to you to pick.
Okay, was there a character you really liked this evening from one of the scenes that you want to see reprised again?
Jesus. Well, I mean, my niece being me is just hysterical, but.
All right, fantastic. So Mallory is going to continue to play you in one of these scenes. Clearly, Mallory and Kat, your scene is about monkeys. I feel like that has a connotation that you guys can work with. And Ian and John, your scene is down under. Okay. And Candace and Meredith, your scene is about crying. All right. So once again, first line, last line. Well, let's start this off with Kat and Mallory.
Okay, so this thing, is it a monkey or a lemur?
This one over here is a monkey. You can tell because of just the way they look,
Okay.
and they're a little bigger. The lemurs are over down the road, like you turn a little corner.
With the Kratt brothers.
Yes!
Yeah.
Yes!
Okay. I think I remembered that.
Yeah, you gotta like turn that funky corner. You gotta walk through
Yeah.
that studio, and then boom, there
There we
he
go.
is. Beautiful little
Okay.
lemur.
Because I was trying to interview Zaboomafoo, but maybe if Abu is over here, I might interview him instead.
Yeah, I know you're working really hard on this senior project, so whichever one's easier for you to interview, we can set that up.
Yeah. I'm not sure. Abu has a thing for stealing, and I've already lost like 5 microphones already, and it's only the second day of the week. So I'm not that sure.
Yeah, it's hard when people steal stuff.
Clap.
Yeah, it's hard when people steal stuff like my money from the floor.
I know, I understand, but you just gotta keep dancing, the more they throw those singles at you, you just gotta keep dancing. Never stop dancing. It doesn't matter.
I can try to keep dancing, but I just want to make money for law school.
I understand, sweetie, I understand. You just gotta keep doing it no matter how you feel. Yeah, they might feel a little bit awkward to see you crying, but you know what? From the neck down, you're not crying, so it's fine.
Like this? I just want my mom to be proud of me.
Clap. I just want my mom to be proud of me.
Oh, she will. You just gotta catch all those manta rays.
Oh, it's so wet down here.
It's okay. We've got our flippers and our water shoes.
Well, I'm sure that'll make it easier to catch those slippery things that we need to get a hold of.
And it's all about the baby steps.
Well, I'll go wading in then.
Alrighty, let's get our swim trunks ready.
Nice and tight.
Nice and tight. Look at that ass. You go.
You're the best mentor a girl can ask for.
Well, you did get it from me, so
And then,
you're welcome.
but then the song is over, and then I go to pick up the money, and then they pick up the money, and I don't get the money.
It's okay. Just take a few deep breaths. You just gotta be a little bit faster, all right? Maybe.
It's all right. It's okay. Just take a couple deep breaths. You just gotta be a little bit faster. They like to run away from new people.
I can't run though. I'm in a wheelchair.
Well, okay. New plan. We find the hill and we just kind of give you a little nudge. You can steer yourself down right to the area.
I've never went.
Stop. You can just steer yourself right down to the area.
Exactly. We can take our RV right down to the beach and get right in the water.
To get what you got to catch, you just got to make a little hook. Just a little hook.
Alrighty, and we also need the rope too to get it in to pull it out of the water.
Tie me up. Yep.
Clap. Just tie me up. You know, like this. You know.
Oh, honey, you up? Oh.
Just tie me up. Just tie me to the chair. Let's go, please.
All right. Well,
I have to get that microphone back.
Yes, we got this. You've got this. You are strong. I believe in you. And here's a bat, just in case they get a little violent.
Clap. All right, here is the bat, just in case they get a little violent.
Clap. Here's a bat, just in case they get a little violent.
And see. Oh dear, the whole show went there tonight, huh? Well, Kristen, you set the tone in your interview. I hope we met every element you were asking for this evening. Folks, this is why it's great to be fam. If you want this show to go in a particular direction, well, you just answer the questions the way you need to. Give a big hand to Kat for doing that. Yay, yes. Kat's going to go on and work on her schoolwork and pass with magna cum laude or summa cum laude or somebody came on a laude. I don't know. Folks, remember we're here every single Friday night for quite a while. So you can find us here. If you have a birthday party or a company event and you want it to be nothing like this 9 o'clock show, then hire us, the 7 o'clock version, and we'll make sure we have a great time with you. Plenty of dirty jokes this evening, and I'm sure we'll hear a few more, or at least there'll be the entendres you never knew you needed, because we had Tim. Oh. Yes, that was the rabbit. We had Mallory.
Pat, I'm gonna miss my wholesome buddy. I'll remember you all in therapy.
We had Ian.
World's worst king, Larry King.
And John.
I can't wait to go meet all the electrifying nurses at the all-natural DMV.
It was Candace.
Just keep dancing, sweetie. Just keep dancing.
Meredith.
Don't forget, kids, money does not necessarily mean that you have to murder.
And of course, we had, we had Kat.
I didn't know we were doing this, but hi. Bye.
My name's Daniel. That's the end of our show. Thank you very much.
And see.
Bye, everybody.
Hey, bye-bye, guys. Have